My objective through Arcane is to connect real people with gear that solves real problems for them. And I know that that might seem corny, sounds like a sales pitch, but it is a true calling of our entire team to create, to manufacture, and to curate gear that will help you on your journey to become a better protector. And that's ultimately what this is all about, because we know that you are going out every single day with a firearm and a mission to be a better person, a more excellent individual for your community, so that you can be prepared and you can be ready at a moment's notice to defend people that can't defend themselves. But in order to do that, we have to have our firearms, but we also have to have supplemental gear that helps us to achieve that mission. And that is what drives us and our team at Arcane. One of the ways that we brought some gear to market that really got me pumped up was with our mag carriers. And I know that a lot of you on the surface level might be saying, oh great, another company that's sewing goods that carry magazines. Everybody's doing that. And the truth is, yes, there's tons of companies that are making mag carriers or shingles just like this. So what's the deal, Jared? Why are you guys doing it? Well, to put it simply, we also know that there's an insane amount of demand for products like this. And we've already experienced that with our own mag carriers. And because of that, we recognize that there are more people that need the gear than people are producing the gear. And when that happens, companies like ours step forward and say, hey, look, we have a skill set and we have an ability to create a product to fill a void. And I know you might think of that as, oh, these guys are just selfish trying to fill a void. But the reality is, I also know people are not thinking of carrying spare mags in their backpack the way that I have been for many years. And let me just kind of preface this with what drove my decision to create these magazine carriers or shingles for my personal backpacks. The reality is, whether I was hunting, hiking, or just shooting on the range, my magazines were always loose in my backpack. I could not stand the fact that I always had bullets popping out of the mags in the bottoms of my bags. I always had magazines that were never where I wanted them to be, and I resorted to just stuffing them in pockets, which actually left them exposed on the outside. So I'm carrying my backpack with a magazine in a water bottle pouch. And that's just not the greatest move when we're talking about being discreet. So what we went ahead and did is create several variations of shingles for our backpacks. And I know the first question a lot of you are going to be asking is, do these work with plate carriers? And the reality is, yeah, some of them might, but that's not the purpose of these. If you guys want to build out plate carriers, there's other methods. This particular product is not designed for that. This is specifically for people that want to carry spare magazines with them in their bag in a way that allows you to be consistent and always have your magazines exactly where you need them when you need them. So the basic premise of this is very simple. I knew that I wanted to create a couple different designs that checked off a couple different boxes. So I want to run through those for you guys right now. The first one that is arguably the most popular is the triple rifle mag. And the triple rifle mag is very simple. It holds 3 rifle mags. And the construction of these shingles are going to be identical really through all of these. They have loop on the front on these panels. There's 3 panels on the front of this one. They are an elastic material, and then there is hook on the back. The reason that is important is many modern backpacks that are designed for concealed carry will have loop on the inside panels of the backpack, and that will allow you to take the hook panels, stick them anywhere that there's loop, and you will be able to fit these magazines perfectly fine. Now, the magazine carriers for rifles largely were designed around 5.56 mags. I will say that I do use them for 7.62 by 39 mags for my AK. It's actually a Galil, so if you hate me that I said that it was an AK, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. It's better than an AK. Anyway, they do fit inside of this mag carrier, but it is a little snug. 5.45 by 39 mags also fit. These will not fit 7.62 by 51 or 308 mags. They're designed for light carbines. The triple rifle carrier is for anybody that wants to have obviously 3 rifle mags in a backpack that is primarily focused on carrying a rifle. The next variation that we have here is a 2 rifle single pistol magazine, and I have 2 40 round 5.56 P mags in here, and I have 1 Glock mag. Now the cool thing is we designed the elastic part on the pistol side to work really well with 9mm Glock mags. They work really well with Uzi mags. Colt 9mm mags. They work well with 45 ACP mags. So pretty much every standard modern pistol that is similarly sized to a Glock 19 magazine, similar width, similar height, all of that stuff, will work perfectly fine in this carrier. Many people use these with 45 ACP or 40 Smith & Wesson. Perfectly fine. On the construction side, spacing, overall width, height, the way the loop and the hook is oriented, identical to the triple rifle magazine carrier. And then we released a quad pistol carrier. Now, this is a little bit overkill for a lot of people, but this is an awesome seller for us. People love this particular setup because I don't know of anybody else that is making something that can carry 4 pistol mags in your backpack with you every single day. This will do that for you. And right here I have Uzi mags in here, so that's just to show you guys that you can use these with oddball magazines too. Now when you get into some of the Scorpions and some of the magazines that have really fat lips, they will fit in here, but you are going to have to stretch them in. So if you're going to be training with these, which you should be, it might be smart to have a trainer, one that you're going to be hammering and using all the time, and then one that you would carry every single day. The elastic holds up really well, but if you're shoving mags that are extremely tight in there, over time it could wear out, but that's just something that you'll have to experiment with based on your magazine. But any standard mags that are pretty much straight, have feed lips that taper in, like a Glock mag or an M&P mag or any modern semi-auto handgun, perfectly fine. Now I also recognize that not everybody's gonna want this many magazines, and there's plenty of times that I'm carrying a small sling bag. I do not want 3 or 4 magazines. I want one in the gun. I've got my Glock 19 on me with a spare mag on my waistband. I just want one magazine. So we have a version of a single rifle carrier right here. Again, you have the loop on the front, hook on the back. It's elastic. It fits just like the triple carriers, but it's a much smaller, much more discreet option for everybody who wants just one single mag in their backpack. So that is a no-nonsense solution if you only want one mag. Another side perk that I really like about these is there's oftentimes that I want to carry my suppressor in a backpack and I don't want it loose. So I'm able to slide my Silencer Co. Omega in there. I'm able to stick it in the Velcro sections inside of my backpack, and this keeps my suppressor, just like my magazines, exactly where I want them. Everybody thinks it's cool to just throw loose mags in their bag until it's time to get those mags out, and then it sucks when you're hunting for your mags. Moving on to the single pistol, this just has a little 15-round Glock 19 mag in it, same concept as the single rifle. So ultimately, if you didn't want 3 mags or you wanted to do kind of a hybrid setup, you could use a single pistol and a single rifle, and you could achieve something similar in a much more lightweight form factor, and that's why we created the single pistol as well. One other side benefit too that I did want to touch on, all of these carriers can be used for other supplemental gear if you didn't want to carry them full of magazines and ammo, because it does get heavy when you have 3 rifle mags inside of your backpack. It's not always the best situation, or I should say, it's not always the ideal way to load up your bag. It just depends on your end use. More often than not, I am in fact carrying with either the triple rifle or the 2 rifle, 1 single. Now the backpacks that we carry on our website all will feature panels inside that will allow you to attach your magazine carriers to them. And I'm gonna show you guys that just real quick. So often I will carry in a secondary pouch like this. So as you guys can tell, this is loop right over here. And I am able to just stick the mags in there. It's that simple. And then I am able to zip this up, and I have magazines oriented in the exact way that I want them to be. Now, if you wanted to draw them from the side, you could stick them from the side, and depending on where your zipper is located, you could pull magazines out from the side. You can also orient the magazines inside of the carriers whichever direction you want, and that's dependent upon where you're drawing from, whether you're right-handed, left-handed. It really doesn't matter what direction you are putting your magazines. So ultimately, this is just a simple solution to a problem that's near and dear to me. I don't want people just throwing magazines in their backpack. I think that that's foolish. I think that that is disorganized. I think we can be better than that. We can be more intentional with our gear. So if you think that this checks off a box for you, all of these mag carriers are available on our website. You can also purchase the backpacks on our website as well. This is not drop ship stuff, guys. This is stuff that we stock in our warehouse and then ship it direct to you. So what that means is we ship it quick. We manufacture these carriers here in southeastern Pennsylvania, so they are USA made products. If you want to support small businesses like ours, this is a great way to do it. If you need a bag, you need armor, you need supplemental gear, night vision, and other weapon accessories, check it out, arcane.com. We would love to be able to help you guys out with your gear and help you to become a better prepared, more equipped citizen.